Hey, you there. You, the one who's been settling for mediocrity, for the good enough, for the maybe next time. I've got a wake-up call for you, and it's going to hit hard. You know that fire in your gut, that voice in your head telling you you're meant for more? It's time to listen to it. Because life isn't about settling, it's about becoming the absolute best version of yourself. And I'm not talking about some feel-good self-help nonsense. I'm talking Stoic philosophy, the hardcore no BS approach to living your best life. Now you might be thinking, what's some ancient philosophy got to do with me not settling? Everything. Absolutely everything. See, the Stoics knew something most people today have forgotten. You are capable of so much more than you think. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Let that sink in for a second. You have power over your mind. Not your boss, not your circumstances, not your past. You and that power. It's the key to never settling for less. Here's the deal. Settling isn't just about accepting a crappy job or a mediocre relationship. It's about settling for a mediocre version of yourself. It's about looking at your potential and saying, nah, that's too hard. I'll just stay here in my comfort zone. But guess what? Your comfort zone is a lie. It's quicksand. The more you settle, the deeper you sink. Think about it. Every time you settle, you're reinforcing the belief that you don't deserve better, that you can't achieve more. And that, my friend, is the biggest lie you can tell yourself. Remember, the Stoics weren't just philosophers sitting around thinking deep thoughts. They were doers. Marcus Aurelius led an empire. Seneca advised emperors and wrote plays. Epictetus, born a slave, became one of the most respected teachers in Rome. These were people who understood that life is meant to be lived fully, not watched from the sidelines. So how do we break free? How do we stop settling and start living? Here's your Stoic game plan. Embrace discomfort. Seneca said, "It is difficulties that show what men are." Stop running from challenges, run towards them. That promotion you're scared to go for it. That skill you've always wanted to learn, start now. Discomfort is where growth happens. When you feel that resistance, that urge to stay in your comfort zone, recognize it for what it is, the voice of mediocrity. It's the part of you that's afraid of change, afraid of failure. But here's the thing, failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every time you embrace discomfort, you're building resilience. You're expanding your capabilities. Focus on what you can control. You can't control whether you get the job, but you can control how hard you prepare. You can't control whether someone likes you, but you can control being the best version of yourself. Put your energy where it matters. This is about taking responsibility for your life. No more blaming circumstances. No more waiting for the perfect moment. The Stoics understood that true freedom comes from recognizing what's in your power and acting on it. So ask yourself, what can I do right now to move closer to my goals? What action can I take today to improve myself? Visualize the worst-case scenario. Sounds negative, right? Wrong. It's freeing. Once you realize that even the worst-case scenario is manageable, you'll stop being paralyzed by fear. This Stoic practice, called negative visualization, isn't about being pessimistic. It's about putting things in perspective. When you face your fears head-on, you realize that most of them are overblown. And even if the worst does happen, you'll find that you're strong enough to handle it. Practice gratitude, but never contentment. Be grateful for what you have, absolutely, but never be content with staying where you are. There's always room for growth. Gratitude keeps you grounded, prevents you from falling into the trap of always wanting more without appreciating what you have. But don't confuse gratitude with complacency. The Stoics practiced gratitude as a way to find joy in the present while still striving for better. Remember your mortality. Harsh? Maybe. Effective? Absolutely. Marcus Aurelius advised to live each day as if it were your last, because one day you'll be right. Don't wait to start living your best life. This isn't about being morbid, it's about creating urgency. When you truly internalize that your time is limited, you stop putting things off. You stop settling for less than you deserve. You start taking action now because you realize that now is all we ever really have. Now here's the kicker, this isn't going to be easy. If it were, everyone would be doing it. You're going to face resistance from others, from circumstances, and most of all, from yourself. That voice telling you to settle, to play it safe. It's going to get loud. But remember this, that voice is a liar. You are capable of greatness. You are meant for more. And every time you settle, you're not just letting yourself down. You're letting down everyone who could benefit from your gifts, your passion, your greatness. Think about the ripple effect of your actions. When you refuse to settle, when you push yourself to grow, you inspire others. You create opportunities not just for yourself, but for those around you. Your courage gives others permission to be courageous. The Stoics understood that we're all connected, that our actions have consequences beyond ourselves. Epictetus said, "What is the fruit of these teachings? Only the most beautiful and proper harvest of the truly educated. Tranquility, fearlessness, and freedom." Imagine living with that kind of tranquility, fearlessness, and freedom. Imagine waking up every day knowing that you're living up to your potential, that you're making a difference, that you're truly alive. That's what's waiting for you on the other side of settling. That's the life you're meant to live. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to keep settling for less? Or are you ready to embrace the Stoic mindset and start living the life you're meant to live? The choice is yours. But know this, you have everything you need to be great. Right now. Not tomorrow. Not when the circumstances are right. Now. Don't settle for less. Not in your relationships, not in your career, and definitely not in who you become. Because you, my friend, are meant for greatness. Now go out there and prove it. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your mind is the key to everything. Train it, challenge it, push it beyond what you thought possible. And when you feel like giving up, when the voice of mediocrity starts whispering that it's okay to settle, remember this moment. Remember why you started. Remember that you have the power to choose greatness every single day. The path of not settling isn't easy, but it's worth it. It's the path to a life fully lived, a life of purpose, a life of impact. And isn't that what we're all here for? So, are you ready to stop settling and start living? The time is now. Your life is waiting. Let's do this.